if, what is the if care is not taken, if drastic approach are not taken to stop the menace in the country by the killer herdsmen. All right, it's another edition of Bystanders at Newsstand on Flip TV. Michael still here, keeping it real with you. And we have diverse stories on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Let's quickly see what the stories are all about. Northern elders to Fulani return to north if ejected from south. Return to north if ejected from south. That's what the northern elders are telling the Fulanis. Attack on Fulani unacceptable. Tension brewing. That's what Tofa is saying here. Fulani returning. We are living in fear again. That's what Ibarakwa land farmers are pointing out here. We are living in fear again. Ibarakwa land farmers speak. Strides of 200 Amotekun officers in Ibarakwa will soon become visible. That's what the commandant said here. Igongo youth didn't walk out on Makinde, farmers secretary says. Igbo's visit. One dies as hoodlums destroy Fulani leader's house. Kara market in Ogun community. Igbomina resists influx of elders in Kwara. On to the next one, which is on the NIN. That's the national identification number registration. Federal government extends NIN SIM linkage deadline by 8 weeks. And on smugglers open fire on customs patrol team. Injure 4. Smugglers open fire on customs patrol team. Injure 4. Apapa port now connected to Lagos Ibadan standard. That's gauge rail. That's what NPA is saying. That's the Nigeria Port Authority. I'm moving down to another one here. Fireme tells Chatham House. Nigeria mobilized over $95 million to combat COVID-19. 80 million doses of vaccines expected in 2021. And these are the stories we have on the front page of this journal. Let's quickly join our reviewers for more analysis. And I have here with me Mr. Felix. Mr. Felix, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing?
Well, we thank God. We give glory to God.
You're welcome.
It's another day of bystand. Well, whenever we come in to the bystand, it's a time to express our feeling. It's a time to tell the people our view. And it has a lot of things have actually changed by we airing our view. So,
all right, Mr. Felix, let's quickly move to what Sunday Bakari has said. Of course, you know him as a controversial pastor, and a pastor who is also involved in the Nigerian politics. He said it yesterday that the president has failed, and he hasn't met up to the expectations of Nigerians in all ramifications. What's your take on it?
Well, for yesterday, Pastor Tunde Bakari spoke as a pastor. He didn't speak as a politician.
Okay.
It was an advice that the president would have taken a stand, telling the people that what is on ground needs to be tackled with immediate effect. But the president failed, and he's the one giving these people the power to swear in. But the northern elders come in to say, come back home if they reject you in the south. My take here is this: until the president uphold the constitution, and it should not favor any tribe, I believe all this nonsense that is happening will stop. In the southwest, they are having their security network. In the east, they are having their security network. The middle belt, they are having their security network. About in January, some of the military men retired. That they said they can no longer continue to join the military. They retired, and that has to show you that there is something that is actually wrong somewhere. The newly elected service chief, we are going to see what they are going to do, but I doubt it. They will not be able to do anything.
No, this brings me back to the issue of service chiefs. Don't you think we need to start seeing them perform at this point in time, where we have so much crisis on the land?
Well, first and foremost, let us not rush them, because if you rush them now, they will say they are still strategizing, looking at how to see people, and now they can attack all these things. My take about the service chief is that they may not achieve anything. Sorry to say, they may not achieve, in the sense of in percentage I'll give them, they may not achieve up to 20%. Because what I would have expected the president to do, bring chief of army staff from the west, bring the air staff from the east, mix them up, and see whether there will not be change. You've tried your people, but rather instead of improvement, rather everything is
deteriorating.
Is deteriorating, and that has actually, that is what is affecting us. If we choose by merit, people that deserve to be there, we choose it, things will work perfectly. Pastor Tunde Bakare spoke very from the political angle. At times he speak for the first time. He was speaking from the pastoral angle.
And when he talked about Tinubu sometimes ago, did he speak from the political?
No, he was talking from a political angle. Because it was the same Tinubu he bastardized some years back again. It's the same Tinubu he was praising. Now that's the word of a politician. They will praise you. If they don't, if it comes to a time, they will put you down.
But he once praised President Muhammadu Buhari.
He did that because he wanted to be its vice president. He was the first person that said the president has an integrity. He has not stolen Nigerian money before. He has not done that. He's the only one that has not received pension. It was Tunde Bakare that was done in 2014, 2015, getting to the time of campaign. And all these things will not help us. If you are going to be a politician and a pastor, let them know your stand. Let them know your stand, that I am a pastor, but I'm a politician. Let the truth be said. That guy was criticizing this this boy called Eko. This guy was only telling them that give us our rights. That Tinubu cannot choose for them. VC in Lagos State cannot choose VC for them. He was only telling them, but Tunde Bakare came on the air and started counteracting and saying all this stuff. That will not help. That will not help. As a pastor, he would have said that enough is enough. Let's give what belongs to the Lagosian, what belongs to them. You understand? But I'm surprised that Pastor Tunde Bakare spoke from the pastoral view at this time.
Okay, quickly to the attack on Fulani. Some group have said that it is not acceptable. Of course, these people have been killing lives, destroying properties, kidnapping and raping women in the society. And some group coming out to say that it's not acceptable. It's unacceptable. What do you perceive from that?
First and foremost, I will say that it's not good. It's not good, but we need to when the Fulani came in, I believe they would have met the Obas, met with the traditional, the Bales, and all these Bales would have told, okay, this is where we gave to you. When they pass their boundary, the Bales will keep quiet. This thing did not happen today. Not until when they started killing the Obas, they started kidnapping the Obas. That was when they knew that this thing has gone beyond their power. The common Nigerians have been complaining. The Fulanis are killing, but they are not saying anything. They've just waken up from the slumber. My take is this: the Constitution of Nigeria allows that every one of us can live peacefully. But if a particular tribe is not living peacefully, the state governor of that state, the traditional rulers, they have to enforce rules to ensure that the people in their community are safe. If these things are not done, this thing will continue to increase. In Oyo State, I saw the governor of Oyo State. He went to the villages. He had town meeting with the Obas, with the Bales, the way forward, and they've agreed. Because if the Obas is the Obas that meets with the grassroots people, And whenever the grassroots people, when the Oba gives them, this is what you should do, they will follow to the latter. My take is just that we should deal with the Fulanis. There are good Fulanis among them, but the bad ones have overshadowed the good ones. So without that, there are good ones among them. Those that want to do business genuinely, they can register with the government, register with the Bale. That if anything goes wrong, they will hold them responsible. For which to say they should go, it doesn't really speak well. There are good ones among them. In Benue State, that's the approach they adopted. So that's my take about that.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Felix. I really appreciate you for coming on board. All right, quickly, Mr. Chigozie. Good morning to you, the Chi man.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
How are you doing?
Fine.
Chop knuckles.
It's been a wonderful night. We had a good night.
Somehow.
What could be the reason?
What are you thinking?
I mean, there's no one to massage or what. Of course, I know by this, before the end of the year, of course, you get a daughter beside you.
Definitely.
Yes, I hope you are working towards that.
Definitely.
In fact, I'm going to support you with a crate of mods.
Hey,
just to ginger you up, but you have to do fast.
All right.
Because there are more beautiful ladies around you, so temptations abound, you know.
All right, let's quickly move on to the business of today. All right, we have Pastor Tunde Bakari saying something very, very crucial here. Of course, I think you've been a critic of Tunde Bakari, but this time around, I think he has spoken well. 10,000 of Sunday Igbohos, if some measures are not applied to avert this menace in the society.
Well, he has made his position known, but it is quite unfortunate, you see, that we find ourselves in this state. You see, it's a very sorry state. You see, we are here today because the likes of Pastor Tunde Bakare and his generation failed the entire Nigeria. They're bordering on the welfare of Nigeria, on the continuity of the Nigerian state. They allowed issues, critical issues untouched until disaster looms. You see, for the fear of unknown, people like Pastor Tunde Bakare and his generation, they used to speak out because they are afraid of the unknown. And of course, probably they are seeking for political benefits on the part of the political elites. So the problem of Nigeria never started today. They would have need it at the board when it was still young, but now it has grown to become a monster. That, I mean, before you can confront it, then you need extra energy. So Sunday Igbo, his statement for me is just an expression of disappointment.
The statement of
yes, Tunde Bakare on the part of him and his own generation. If they have done the needful during their generation, the younger generation would have been benefiting by now. Nigeria would have been a state of Eldorado, or closer to the promised land. We would have been closer to promised land. Wouldn't have been suffering what we are suffering. You can imagine the level of suffering and abject poverty. Over the decades, deprivation, incompetence on the part of the government, mismanagement, misgovernment. These people refuse to address these issues. That's why the younger generations are now suffering. You see, the pains and errors of the past. Now, we, the younger generation, the likes of course, Chief Sunday Igboho, have taken upon himself to address those fundamental issues that have been neglected over the years by the said Tunde Bakare and her generation. So we cannot take it up, we can't continue in this way, because Sunday Igboho and the likes of Mazim Namikano have seen there is no future for us. There is no clear direction, objectivity where we are heading to. We are just as psycho-venting around a cycle. we're not making any progress. You see, so for me, out for failing, I mean, he sometimes he played that biased nature. Look at this Jonathan. I know that Jonathan tenor is not the best tenor. Jonathan tenor is one of the stupid tenor we ever have in Nigeria. Why? Because look at, there are enormous resources that would have managed, but Jonathan allowed people around him that surround him to exploit Nigerian state and leave us at that state. There was no planning with the economic oil boom. There was no planning. There was no direction where we are heading to. So for you to claim to have been a peaceful maker or a good man, you must see your successor succeeding. That means that governance is progressive. If you have not laid the foundation and the right policies for the continuity of progress, then you have failed.
And of course, the northern elders have told the elders to come back to their state if the western region or the eastern region is not conducive for them.
They shouldn't wait until they are ejected, because their activities has become more or less a menace to the society, especially the elders and who took the advantage to ravage and invade, mar and kill and rape our young mothers, our mothers, even the aged mothers. You can imagine how the atrocious state of these people. You see a grandmother of 65 and you subject her to such level of called rape. So they shouldn't wait for them to be ejected. They have served their tenure. Mind you, why are the North afraid? The North has comparative advantage. I have been to the North, over 8 states within the northern region. They have large expanse of land. Look at Israel. Why are Israel placed on the map of the world? Agriculture-wise, they are making a landmark. So they should take that advantage to advance the cause of the region. They have large expanse of land. They can turn it to a large, mechanized farming. They can establish ranches so that they can have a better incessant killing or destruction on the part of the herdsmen, except they leave the southern region. Let them go to their place, and the people should educate them. If they have the elites, if those that are schooled, to begin to teach them the norms and the ethics of the community of society, so that we can be a better world.
Thank you so much, Mr. Watt. Thank you so much. Chigozie, sorry. All right, you're welcome. Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
What happened? What happened? All right.
Is it?
Okay, quickly to what we have on today's edition of this program. Northern elders to Fulani return to North if ejected from South. Mr. Matthew, we are one Nigerian, and I don't think this should be happening to us. Is there no other way to unite Nigerians apart from ejecting some of these people to their own side?
Mr. Mike, good morning. Matthew Zile once more. If you look at the whole issue, nobody is asking people who are doing legitimate business, who do not have criminal tendency, to vacate their environment. If you look at the statements credited to Sunday Igboho so far, he has been harping on killer henchmen. If you look at what is happening in the southeast, that have been happening on killers henchmen. So I don't know the reason for which the northern elders have said what they have said, but I think what everybody should do is, whether the Northern Fulani Elders Forum, whichever body, the right thing to do is to unite and put an end to killing, kidnapping, maiming, raping, and all that. Because the situation in the Northeast, it didn't start today. It started gradually. before it metamorphosed into what we now see and call insurgency. I've been saying it on this platform that we should not fold our hands and wait until we have that situation of northeast, in the southwest, in the south, in the middle belt before we take action. Nobody is saying if you are a Fulani herdsman and you are in Lagos, you are in Ogun State, you are in Delta, you are in the middle belt, that if you are doing your legitimate business, that you should quit. What we have been saying is that you cannot be a herdsman. You come to a state, you don't have regard for the state laws. You go and occupy a state government foreign reserve, and the state government saying, come and be profiled so that we know who is occupying the foreign reserve. Come and be registered so that we know what you are doing in the foreign reserve, and you resist it. Only for northern elders to start saying that if you are forcibly ejected, you should come back to the north. Then Mr. Amaka said the other day that the current governor of Bauchi State, in the president Bala Mohammed, once said that 70% of people in Bauchi are Fulani. So it tells you that is their ancestral home in Nigeria. That notwithstanding, as legitimate Nigerians, they have right to reside any part of the country as long as they are law-abiding and doing legitimate business. But the situation where we have seen Fulani coming all the way from Mali, all the way from Burkina Faso, all the way from Niger into Nigerian soil is an error that the governor of Kano State cited these incidents, that to stop the clashes between herders and host communities, that there's every need to stop this mass exodus of Fulani herdsmen from neighboring African countries.
Now let's quickly do justice to what Alabi Ibrahim Oyotiji has said here. He said for a leader to be quiet for long amid crisis is the source of all problems. That is the source of all problems. Buhari needs to rise up to the occasion. Pragmatically, the country is less secure unlike before.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate the person who have brought in that comment. I quite agree with that person, because you see, itself is meant for deterrence. By the time you punish offenders, it will deter other people from committing that same crime. We now ask, in all this plethora of killings, kidnapping, raping of women, where are our security agencies? We have not seen areas where they have been arrested and prosecuted, let alone being convicted. So what we are saying is that the government is not doing enough, because the lackadaisical attitude of the government in prosecuting these offenders is fueling this crisis. I've said it yesterday. Look at Ayete community in that Ibadabazi of Oyo State, where a notorious Fulani warlord in the person of Wakili is holding sway currently. And at the last count, the monarch of the community have alleged that the Wakili and his boys have chased away farmers from their farmland, that they are cutting down cocoa trees, burning cashew plantation, and this is happening unabated even as we speak, as alleged by the monarch.
Now let's quickly move to another one. The main topic of today, Atuli Bakari, pointing out that Buhari's government has failed. And when you look at it very well, there is a strong supporter. Don't you think something is wrong?
You see, Tunde Bakare is a known ally of Mr. President, and he's a lawyer by profession. So I think he was speaking from the basis of what the government ought to do to protect life and property. Me, I've said it here before now, that when it comes to protection of life and property, that this government has grossly failed. So it is no longer a news when we say the government has failed Nigerians when it comes to insecurity. Because if you look at the way it stands, even the known allies of Mr. President have reason to condemn the government action on security. And There is no meaningful development that will take place in a state of anarchy, in a situation where there is no security of life and property. It will scare foreign investors. No wonder we are seeing foreign investment. The other time, some experts in oil and gas who went for oil exploration in the northeast, where you had some lecturers from the University of Maiduguri, they were kidnapped by Boko Haram. So you see that the terrain is not safe, and when you have such situation on hand, it will not encourage investors to bring their money here to invest. So I agree with Tunde Bakare that Mr. President has failed. That notwithstanding, there is room for improvement. Because the challenge we have some areas, some part of the world who have expertise in addressing it. We have been saying it over and over that if you confront this kind of situation, go back to people who have the expertise to address it. So my advice to the government is that they should address this issue professionally by going to America, Israel, and some other part of the world for a solution. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Quickly to you, Sunday.
Good morning. I'm fine.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning. I love everybody. One love. We will not die for coronavirus. This month will work for our good. Yeah. I get face mask, but I can't come and go. I can't come and kill myself. I can't. Coronavirus not dey worry me. See, I have nose mask. That's inside life. But you will not give me. I will not be comfortable to speak.
Okay, no problem.
You understand? I want to speak because my mind is full of many things with the topic and the things of Nigeria. It gives us sleepless nights as if we are not existing.
What's on your mind?
Do you want me to go against the topic?
What's on your mind?
I have many things because this morning I hear a leader, person that call himself a leader, either Buba Galadima, that I respect. You know, there are some of the leader in the north we respect before. You understand? We respect them. But this man, he come out to say that nobody have power to chase anybody out of any land. He say, if I was what we are expecting Canadians to come out to sanction the S-men that is causing trouble in every state they find themselves. But unfortunately, they are the ones sponsoring them. The Northern Elders are the ones sponsoring everybody. Our eyes is open. We are talking about 21st century. This 21st century. I told people that we are past Vision 2020. Vision 2020 has come and gone. This is 21st century. We must rise up to fight and get what we want. You understand? Because when you see some of the comments of those Northern Elders, you know that all of them are behind what is happening. They want Nigeria not to function and they want them to be shedding blood. Okay? If God angry with this country, Mr. President Buhari, your family will not be spared. Because the bloodshed in the land is much. Is it until everybody is nowhere to be found? Is it because you have security agencies by work now? The agent will tell you to bring money. Somebody is looking for work. You don't know whether you are eating or you are not eating. What is the benefit of Nigeria? We are not benefiting anything from this country. The best thing, if the country cannot function again, let's divide the country. I said it, let Oduduwa go your own. Aruwa, go your own. Biafra, Oga, may they go their own. If they want to divide and fall, Niger Delta, you go your own. But if they say maybe Biafra and all the South and South join together, it's no problem. But we should stop deceiving ourselves in this country. There is nothing to write home about. The president is causing confusion, havoc everywhere. Look at when he went to Katsina State for APC registration. The president is talking to the crowd. He did not wear mask. He put a law for us to wear masks. Look at what the northern leaders are saying. That if the South reject you, you come back to the north. Is that the word that the elders in the north supposed to bring out? Instead of them to sanction those people, that even though in the same north, they are killing themselves. The X-Men have taken over because they have conquered the many Hausa people in that place. Is it not the same thing that happened in Borno, that they went to farm to massacre farmers? The matter is closed because the people in power are the X-Men. If the South and the West still keeping up quiet, okay, they will still come to massacre everybody. A man, Hausa man was saying something that the way they start treating the Fulanis, if they not rise up, that to show you that some people are saying that the people that are fighting are the Fulani and not the Northerners. Okay, the majority of the North now are Fulanis. Who do you think that you are fighting? You are fighting the Northerners. If you don't know, let's go to the point. Because we are fighting the Northerners, and I want to urge any governor that is still playing politics with the life of their citizens. When the time comes, Preaching network, where are you people? Those governors that is not following the mind of the people, that is following the 1999 constitution, if you have power to kidnap them, and then you kidnap all of them, put position. We need good governance. If you cannot follow our way, okay, go and follow 1999 constitution. Enough of playing politics with the life of the citizens in the state. The south and the east is not safe anymore because we are afraid of the government. The governor will work with the Iflani there. You understand? Mr. Man, we have to tell ourselves the truth. How long are we going to continue like this? Even though it is a country that the government, they don't know how we are living. They don't know how we feed. They don't know how people live in their house. If you are like Lagos we are now, in house rent has increased. If you opportunity to have shop have increased. If you don't have any, to use all that strategy to feed the masses, that the problem in the world, they know it will affect us. But this is a country that if they want to share food today, in Lagos State at this time, where APC is majority, if you are not APC, you will not see anything. Is that the way the country is supposed to go? Is that the leader we are planning to bring up? Is that the people that want to rule majority? Or God, we don't have anything in this country. Let everybody rise up, and Yoruba support Sunday Igboho. He have good intention for Yoruba, as in the Kanu have good intention for him. I love you all. I don't waste my time too much. Now my own be that. God
Thank you so much, Sunday. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning.
You're welcome once more.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Now, let's quickly take a look at what Pastor Tunde Bakari said yesterday concerning Sunday Igboho. Quite alright, he didn't criticize him, but he said Sunday Igboho should take it easy. And looking at it again, in that interview, he also somehow, I won't say totally condemned Buhari's administration, saying that the government has failed. Now, when you look at this statement, do you think it was coming from a pastoral angle or a political angle?
Number one, thank you, Mr. Mike. God bless you. See, our leader in Southwest, our elder in Southwest, they are not behaving like elders. They are not behaving like a father. I only go straight to the point. I don't believe in grammar. Let me hit the nail on the head. You know why? You can see the elder of the north now. See there, they are vocal, they are talking, siding their people, despite killing in the north, but they are still siding their people in the south. But what about our elders? Instead of our elders to encourage the boys and stand on their needs, have you seen the one of the elder in Southwest, Tudubu? Have you had Tudubu out? Because they brought this mess to us. Yes. Buhari was sleeping when they went away, Buhari to come and take over the bandit. They have other people there. But today, see what we are facing. Just killing. We are not killing the South are not killing the S-men. We are not in the war with them. But you can see the kind what Tofa is saying. Tofa. Other than all the S-men should come back to the north. You know what I mean? Automatically, they are looking for war. But our elder here, I don't see the reasonable human being like what Bakare said. You know Bakare, he's a politician. Bakare is a friend to Buhari. What do you expect for him? I expect them to at least encourage Sunday. Yes, Sunday is not fighting. It's just mere talk. He's just talking. He has not fight. You have not seen Sunday kill one person or burn a house or burn anything. But Fulani has been killing. What did the leader of the South did? Nothing. Except the Southeast or Anese who is talking. I expect Tinubu to come out and speak to Nigerians. Understand me? So now, I give you all that. How can the Tofa, listen, I know Tofa, he contest with Abiola. At the end, he's coming at that Southwest war with Northerners. Have you seen a war here? But there's killing, city killing. What of the president area there? Have you seen president area? How they kidnap almost 300 or 600? In Borno, in Yobe, Katsina, everywhere in the north are being killing. Did the elders in the north see anything? So what are you talking about? So I didn't even believe Bakari. Bakari is a politician. Bakari is a politician, but I expect our elder. If Tinubu get up to there and speak, you see the tension will come down. There's no fighting in Southwest, no fighting in Southeast.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Maki. All right, quickly, David. Good morning to you. How are you doing?
Good morning, Mr. Michael.
Yeah, attack on Fulani is unacceptable. That's what Tofa has said. And let me throw this question to you. Attack on the southwest region by the Fulani herders, that's the killer herders, is it acceptable to you?
Mr. Mike, it is very well acceptable to me. Because if a government cannot provide solution, these people have been causing menace. What solution has the government proffered? What solution has Tofa has it proffered? Has it, okay, like, let us dialogue. What solution has it brought? The people now stood up and had to revolt. You are saying that we should accommodate them. Northern Elders Forum are saying Buhari, that the president should rally round behind his people, behind the northern, behind his Fulani men. That if people have been evicted, that the president, he should rally round behind them. Those that have lost land, what compensation have government given to them? Those who have done this S-men attack, has government compensated them? Those that have lost their plantation lands in the farm, those petty farmers, has government compensated them? Now the people in the land are now rising to defend themselves. We are saying that Northern Elders Forum are saying that the president should rise and defend the Fulani men. Are they mad? Are they stupid? Enough of this nonsense in this town. Is the president there for just Fulani men alone? If he knows he is not there to safeguard Nigeria, let him leave. Why would Northern Elders Forum be saying that the president should rally around behind these killers? Behind this, I am surprised that the president up to now has not even proscribed them as terrorists. These guys are terrorists because of what? They are killers. They are killers. Why would Northern Elders Forum, have they condemned this attack? Have they condemned this killing? Instant killing everywhere in every place of the country? None. Nobody from the north has come out to condemn this killing. But now, the people in them, why would the president be alive? If the president should rally around best for yes man, even the president too, he was stupid. Because this is not a point in time whereby you should bring in ethnic sentiment, ethnic divide. Even the president, there is also what? A Fulani man, he should condemn it.
Now, many Nigerians expected Buhari to perform when he came into power in 2015, and which up to now Nigerians are still complaining about this present government. So Pastor Tuli Bakari has come out in open to say that the government of Buhari has failed Nigerians. Would you also consent to what Bakari has said?
Thank you very much. I consent to that, but I also apportion blames to Pastor Tuli Bakari. These were people trying to support for him in 2015. In as much as they went Buhari rule, I was not born then. But see, I came, I read history. You don't know history. Most person knew what his antecedents. Most person knew what he has done before. Why would you drop support for him? Because of what? Greed. Now, the heat is now on. The heat is on now. You cannot say anything. Pastor Tunde Bakare too has his own share of the blame because Buhari in 1993, Buhari did not do anything. Buhari has been a bad boy. Buhari has been a dumb-headed man right from onset. Okay, Mr. Makadekule, I'll say an example. Why would you leave? You left office 35 years ago. You could not go. Obasanjo, OBJ left office, I think 2007. He still went back to what? He still went back to school. He still went back to school just to have his what? PhD. Buhari left office 35 years ago. He could not even go to London. He could not even what? Attain any degree. Buhari is just so clueless. That is a man you think that want to improve the economy. No. A man that after 35 years of his age, he still have what Buhari has now is what only cow. Buhari has been benefiting from government money. Buhari is not a good administrator. It is also clear. He cannot give out what you don't have. That is just his opinion. So, see, he has not. He has the presidency. He has failed.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, Mike. I greet the viewers. How are you doing today, everybody?
So I've told these Fulani herders to come back to the northern region if the southeast and the southwest are not conducive for them. What's your opinion?
That they should come back to the north, right?
Yeah.
I think you see these northern elders. They should act like a statesman. You know, they should act as statesmen. Because I listened to one of them this morning, by Galadima, Buba Galadima, on an interview this morning. I was so sad. I was so angry. I was so angry with all the abnormality he was saying, and old man for that reason, that was supposed to be looking up to. When the Fulani herdsmen were carrying out the atrocity, where was Alhaji Galadima? Where was he? When they were killing mining people, slaughtering people like goats, like the cow they are rearing, where was Alhaji Galadima? If Dr. Aborode happens to be Galadima, Buba Galadima brother, he won't be saying that rubbish. You know, there's a limit to respect elder too. And when they misbehave, you withdraw your respect. Because I could see no reason why Buba Galadima, Alhaji Galadima should be coming out and castigating Akeredolu. They are terrorists in my domain, and I'm being elected to govern the people in my domain.
You still want me to accommodate them?
No, you still now want me to be looking at terrorists, banditry, Fulani herdsmen, killing my people.
Did they take over the state?
Then who am I going to govern then? Who am I going to provide, basic infrastructure for? Who am I going to provide basic amenities for? Are they the dead ghosts? Am I going to provide, rule over the dead ghosts, dead people? The Fulani are there. As I'm talking to you now, there's a guy called Waliki or so. They say he's a terrorist Fulani, Wakili. He's there now, perpetrating evil. Nobody says now. He's miming, he's putting, as they said, as I've been told, he's putting red flag on Ibarapa, or your lands, farmers' land. Nobody's talking now. When there's going to be like reparaza now, people will start talking that they are chasing Fulani, they are chasing. My friend, or the viewers, this country belongs to everybody. I can't be a second citizen in my country where I will allow some people, they are not security men, they are not trained to handle arms, be carrying guns all around, be terrorizing people, right? If you're nomadic people, stay where stay where you are with your animal. If you're from there, you're a nomadic person, go to where it's comfortable for you to rear your cow. Don't your cow to come and disturb my own income, my own life. That is it. You are trespassing. You are infringing on my human right. Fulani herdsmen are infringing on majority of Southern rights by encroaching their land, destroying their lands. Yoruba people will say, "Bashe bieru la biomo." They don't We are all Nigerians. Nevertheless, you know, but you see Fulani herdsmen carry gun, carry sophisticated weapons.
They walk freely.
They walk freely. So what's the problem? That's why the international world is looking at us as a jesters country. We don't even know what we do. Everybody is trying to isolate Nigeria. They don't want to associate with us because the enormous killing that is happening here.
And of course,
man-made killing that is happening here.
And of course, Pastor Tunde Bakari has warned that if care is not taken, we will have 10,000 of Sunday Igbohos in this country.
Sure! When the government failed to carry out their responsibility, what do you expect? You start seeing people rising up to take up the government responsibility and fighting for themselves. Now, armed robber came to my house yesterday. Wow. They robbed me. I'm just making an example. No, I'm just making an example. If armed robber happened to come to my house, they robbed me. I called the police. Sorry, there was a robbery attack here. They refused to come. Second time, they refused to come. What do you think I will do? I will fortify myself likewise and turn to, security agency myself to secure myself, to secure my family. I need to defend. I'm just then too tired. If you see the horrible news that's been flittering on social media about how a woman was kidnapped, was raped, was gone. Put gun in his, jaw, and we are just in it. We are in a insane country. We are in an insane country. The Northern elders, please wake up to your responsibility. Right. It's not just when they be proactive. It's not just when the deed has been done to your own people or the Fulani herdsmen you guys are supporting that you people cry out. You never look at the other side, both sides. That the atrocity these people are perpetrating in the west here, in the east, all around west, south. Nobody talk. No head of statesman has risen up to talk.
All right, thank you so much.
And condemn all those activities, atrocities.
Because of the time.
Yeah, thank you.
I really appreciate you. All right, still on the State of the Nation, I have Sunday. Should I call you Sunday Igboho?
No, Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho, they fight for your own right. I can't deny for that one. He's fighting for his own right. Okay. I love that. All right. That's what we want.
You love.
That's what we want. That's what we want in this country. Let Fulani go to your place. That's what we want.
So you love the cause Sunday Igboho?
I love it to the end. I can still support him to the end. I love it.
You are from the eastern part of the country, right?
I'm a Nigerian. I'm about to be a Nigerian.
Not just
confirm a Nigerian.
They are Nigerian.
I'm a Nigerian.
Now let's quickly look at the security challenges we are facing, and let's relate it to what Pastor Tunde Bakari has said, telling Nigerians and the president that he has failed. He has failed Nigeria.
Is this government is a failed state, not Nigerian. Wow. It's Buhari government, APC government, APC totally, APC government, and then they fail Nigeria. Wow. So for me, it's not Nigeria that is failing. It's a government. This is what is happening every day. Killing. 40 that year, 80 that year. Where are we running to? Buhari promised us change. He promised us next level. Where are the next level? It's the same way we give us 6 months. You go, why Papa go around? This how many years? This 5 years in Buhari, nothing happened. Where are we getting into? I can't walk freely in this country that I'm from here to Abuja. I'm supposed to travel to Abuja last month, December, but I said I can't go. It's a risk. There's someone called me. Because travel to that road is a risk. I'm supposed to go and pay my sister visit. Then he's just born. I have to send him something on phone. I said I can't go. Maybe let's keep. Maybe that is that period. Maybe I can go. So where are we going to? This APC government, we have already tired. May everybody arise and protect your own land. Because if you allow this government to protect you, Nigeria is getting
out of hand, right?
Out of Buhari, and in fact, out of this Buhari, APC government.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. Sunday, I really appreciate you for coming. Do you still have another person? Hello? Do you have more people? All right, and on this note, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. Michael Adekunle still remains my name. Behind the camera, I have Femi Davis and Michael Ojo. You can join us on our social media handles. It's been on the screen. You can also subscribe to Fliptv, the sister channel of Fliptv Plus. You can join me on Facebook, Michael Temitayo Adekunle, Michael Michael Temitayo Adekunle, and on Instagram, Adekunle Michael Temitayo. Make sure you continue watching Fliptv. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Bye.